I found myself reaching for the OPPO Pad Air more than the other tablets that I'm personally using. And I didn't quite expect this since I've had the opportunity to try a lot more powerful tablets than the Pad Air, so my expectations on this weren't really all that high, which might actually make this review even more interesting. So allow me to share with you the features where I think the OPPO Pad Air really shines. This tablet is running on the Snapdragon 680 chipset, so fundamentally, this will perform much like a phone running on the same chipset. So rather than focusing on what this device can do, I went into this review with the mindset of how this device can fit in our daily lives. First, I want to talk about its design. Now, I know what you're probably thinking, how different can this tablet be? It's basically a phone with a bigger screen. And to an extent, that is correct. But to most of us, our reason for owning a tablet comes from the need for a bigger screen. And if you've used a tablet before, a problem that you might have also encountered is fatigue that comes with prolonged use. Personally, this is a big issue for me as using tablets really gets tiring when you're using it for long periods of time. But this isn't the case with the OPPO Pad Air, at least not for me. For a 10-inch tablet, this is tremendously light. It doesn't get tiring even if I was just using this with one hand. I can use this in portrait or landscape mode and it doesn't strain my wrists, which is something that I highly appreciate. This also packs very easily in my bag. In fact, there was actually a time when I picked up my bag and I went out, and that was the only time that I realized that I've had this with me. I honestly didn't think that this was such a big deal until I've used this, and I can say that the convenience of a lighter device is just game-changing. Plus, the solid body constructed with both aluminum and plastic makes it even easier to grip. There's barely any body flexing, and I like that for a rather inexpensive tablet, this doesn't feel cheap at all. Next, I want to talk about this being a perfect media consumption partner. As mentioned earlier, this has a 10-inch display with a 2K screen resolution that is now becoming a standard for tablets nowadays. This to me is the perfect screen size for a tablet, perfect for watching YouTube videos, reading ebooks, or just simply browsing. But most of all, this is excellent for multitasking. I'm mostly using this in portrait mode, and I'll have a video playing on one side of the screen and doing something else on another side. This isn't something that I can do with the tablet that I personally use, the Xiaomi Pad 5, as that tablet can only split the screen vertically, which is barely even usable. However, as much as I really like this screen size, this particular screen isn't perfect. I feel that it's less saturated and colors are looking a bit washed out. So do keep that in mind if that is a big consideration. But I still do think that this is very usable for apps like Canva for social media posting. I just don't think that this is ideal for color-sensitive tasks. There's also another tiny thing that I wish that this screen had, and that is hand rejection, as you do have to hold on to the bezels while using this. Holding onto the screen will register as a touch input. So another thing to keep in mind. Now, more on media consumption, the OPPO Pad Air to me is also very ideal for binge watching movies because of its sound quality. This is packing a 4-speaker setup which gets surprisingly loud and is sounding quite nice as well, as this is tuned under Dolby Atmos qualifications. It doesn't quite compare to the sound of other high-end tablets, but it's likely that this will sound better than most smartphones. And also, if you're wondering if the battery is enough for watching movies, I'm happy to say that this has a 7100 mAh battery and is very robust. I'll be honest, I had a difficult time draining this battery, and I was getting pretty hard on this. And in a rough estimate, I think I had 4 days before I even had the low battery warning. And that was me using this extensively. So meaning if you're mostly on standby, it will be even longer. And another aspect where I think the OPPO Pad Air really stands out is for productivity. For the past days, this has become my dedicated device for writing articles, scripts, and sometimes editing photos. And my experience using this for that has been pretty good. Even without using an external keyboard, typing on this with 2 hands in portrait mode, the on-screen keyboard is very usable. I had no problems finishing my articles on this on Google Docs. But also, if you want to take this to the next level, you can of course connect an external keyboard and mouse, which basically gives you a laptop type of experience. And I just remembered, someone just recently asked me for a tablet recommendation. For someone who's planning on using this for sales jobs, this might actually be one of the more affordable options that I can recommend. I can see this working great for meetings, for online classes, or you can even use this as a tool for discussions or even client presentations. Well, of course, we cannot end the review without talking about its gaming performance, and running on the Snapdragon 680 chipset with 4GB of RAM, we can expect that most games would run on this at decent speeds. We've tried games like Call of Duty Mobile and Diablo Immortal, and all of these run very decently. Genshin Impact did look weird on a 10-inch tablet at its lowest settings, but thankfully, by adjusting the texture resolution to medium or high, makes the game look stunning on this display, while keeping it at playable speeds. Tablets generally don't have amazing cameras, and that is something that we can expect on the Pad Air as well. 8 megapixels for its main camera and 5 megapixels for its front camera. For document photos, the main camera is okay, but I think on a tablet, the front-facing camera is what you will mostly be using for stuff like online meetings or online classes, and I think for that use, it's okay. It's not great, but definitely usable. So, to sum things up, the OPPO Pad Air doesn't quite do anything extra special. This will not replace your phone, nor will it replace your desktop or your laptop. This would fit more in our daily lives as a supplementary device to what you already have. And I think for that purpose, this is already enough. So if you're thinking of getting a tablet, I would encourage you to think about what you really plan on using it for. Do you need power, or do you need something that is just powerful enough that fits easily in your bag and also won't break the bank? Let me know guys what you're planning on using a tablet for. And also, there is one other tablet that I think you might also be interested in looking into, and that video is right here. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.